truly the worst
But we
fate to ever befall somebody who has fallen on
Let me
a
ask you,
camera.
you don't point the light more at him directly?
You could. You could point this microphone more at him.
You could do whatever you want with the light.
Yeah. This lighting looks nice. It's very soft.
Stalking
Okay,
esoteric.
I'm going to pass it off to Travis, the director.
Okay, can we interview him now?
Yes.
Come on.
We're doing an interview finished?
Yes.
Where are you going to be?
Interview me.
I don't want to be in
Oh,
I
you
want to
should
be.
stand right here next to the camera, yes.
Yeah.
And Travis...
Go ahead. Can you hear him?
Just scoot the sweater.
Go ahead. Make this.
I'm
make this
definitely audible.
Here, you stand like in front of the camera.
happen. Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Travis, stand.
Are you? Tell me. Are we?
Recording. It's
Okay.
recording, yeah.
Here we go. Okay, we're going to encourage you to speak up and share personal stories of injustice, special events in daily life, working while black. Here's a question.
Yes.
Where do you work and what is your job?
I am a freelance photographer. I work out of my home.
Okay. What was your best or worst job and why?
My best job was working as a janitor in an amusement park in Arizona. That was the best job because mostly I was left alone to do what I felt like and to think my thoughts. My worst job was working with AmeriCorps through Public Allies, which demanded excess hours always and also required me to read a lot of law of attraction propaganda that I wasn't really into at all. And they just made a lot of really unreasonable demands on people. They would have these required meetings for a couple Saturdays out of every month and not tell you where they were until the night before with not enough time to sleep before you had to get on the bus to get out there. So it was just kind of ridiculous. And on top of that,
what is AmeriCorps? What is that?
Oh, AmeriCorps is
Some kind of diversion program?
it's the domestic arm of the Peace Corps, which was I would call it secular missionary work. And domestically, they have people working in communities across the country through a bunch of different partner nonprofits. And a lot of stuff sounds good on paper. There's stuff like running after school programs and working at homeless shelters and stuff. But then there's sort of an underlying sinisterness to it. On the first Saturday activity that I had, we went to clean up a park in San Jose, and it was a fun day at first. We're out there just weeding and trimming trees and stuff, and then by the end of the day they let on that the reason they had us out there cleaning the place up was because homeless people had been camped out there, and so they wanted to have less space for them to be able to conceal themselves.
Wow.
It was the most evil I ever felt after having done any kind of job. And
wow.
That's the worst working experience I've had.
Really reactionary. Well, let me ask you this. Is there a personal story you can share about your experiences or challenges as a black worker? Well, you just did. Wow. Okay, let's go on to 4. What are some of the ways that you provide for yourself and your family?
Well, I made that easier by not having a family. I've got sisters, they look out for themselves pretty much, and the way I go about things is just hustle up work wherever I can, or whether that's buying up junk and selling that off, junk old equipment, old esoteric radio stuff or whatever, things that people like to collect, just finding it cheap and selling it off, or, lining up the odd photography gig or whatever.
How do you sell it off? Do you sell it off on Craigslist?
Craigslist and eBay.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Who are the other black people on your job?
The solo work, or the photo work, I mostly do solo. I have the good fortune of living in a town that has a lot of practicing black photographers, so whenever I meet one, I like to talk with them a little bit, at least have a good conversation going. And But yeah, as a freelancing is just lonely work for the most part.
Okay. What experience have you faced as a black person looking for work?
There is tons of just like doubt of my abilities, my talents, my achievements. I have to at least once a week just like run down a list of things that I've done that I'm able to do. Otherwise, I forget. Just because the world at large tends to like just devalue anything that I have done because of like what I lack, whether that's, you know, a degree I could never afford to get or, you know, what have you. So there's just kind of this reckoning that has to happen every week just in order to keep my spirits up so that I can keep on looking for and lining up more work.
Okay. How are you treated differently as a black person looking for work or working? Have you ever felt that?
Yeah, I think I felt it. I couldn't tell you what the difference is because I only know what it's been like to look for workers myself. Tends to take me a lot longer to find work than it does like other people that I've known who like just aren't black. You know, they've like I don't want to say that folks have had like an easy time finding work because like it's soul crushing regardless. But like I've noticed over the years that it usually takes me a lot longer to line something up.
When you seek work, do you seek work like as a technician or a specific skill, or do you kind of just take anything that comes your way?
I usually end up taking whatever comes my way. Like I keep feelers out that line up with my skills, but like that's why I'm freelance. Whatever work does end up coming my way usually leaves enough time that I can still practice my craft on the side on weekends or whatever, but like I can't afford to be choosy really.
Okay, here's one for you. What is the best part of being a black worker?
Being black, like just the lineage that I come from, like my whole family's been like union workers, and just having that heritage informs a lot of what I do and what I come into every job with. So just like having that culture, that lineage, that history behind me, with like everybody in my family, and like just feeling things like even as a freelancer, I always feel like I'm channeling my mom, who like went to work in magazines, graphic design when I was about like 9, 10 years old, and has been doing it ever since. Like I'm like super proud of all of that stuff, and like I always feel like I'm calling back to that whenever I like strike out for work or just like get down to it, to making things, you know?
Okay, so just know that this interview is going to be used by the Black Workers Organizing Center as our living history. Lord have mercy on my soul. I wish I could.
We can cut it out.
Cut it.
Cut it out.
Cut it.
Cut
Cut it now. Turn it off. Y'all a damn mess.
Hey, no, calm down. Can you get
You calm down. Turn that shit off so we can. Come on, Dad. Get over here. Thank you.
Oh, you done with him already?
Dealing with these. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
Quiet
the
on
dentist.
this.